well, let's hope it's not trouble. Let's hope it works just as he planned it. But I agree with you. Sometimes you don't always want to play your best offensive player against their offensive player just because of that for foul situation. Because if Davis does pick up some early fouls or gets in foul trouble, then who's going to rely on the scoring? But for North, the scoring's picked up a little bit, Marty, so I'm looking forward to tonight.
One thing that is looking up for North, they're on a 3-game win streak. They've been playing better, and they're going to have to continue that trend here tonight.
Yeah, the last 3 games they've averaged 68 points a game. So earlier in the year when we watched North play, our bottom line was who's going to score for North? I mean, we've seen them a number of times, and they haven't been able to really do very much, and they've been on the road a little bit. They had 1 game here, but they've averaged 68 points along the way. Ashwaubenon, on the other hand, they've only scored 2 games in the 60s, which is kind of shocking for a team that's 12-2. So maybe if North gets in the mid-60s, upper 60s, maybe hits 70 points tonight, maybe they'll come up and pull the upset.
Now, North likes to shoot the 3, and just watching a little bit of warm-ups before we came on the air, it looks like Ashwaubenon likes to fire them up too. I think defense, obviously, every night that defense plays a big part, but I think Ashwaubenon's going to have to watch out for North's 3-point shooting.
Yeah, as we watched them warm up, and I looked at some of their sizes and things, they're not exactly a big team, but as we were watching them warm ups, one thing I noticed, Marty, they're really lanky. And so maybe that will, help to Ashwaubenon. They'll probably get hands up in the face a little bit. And, North's going to have to try to figure out ways to either push the ball a little bit, because obviously for a team that's, scoring, not too high in the 50s and stuff like that. So maybe if you can get out and push, maybe you can create open shots, and you're going to have to hit some shots. Maybe Belmore's going to have to go off tonight. Who knows?
I'm having trouble not singing. Da, da. They're playing 70s music as part of the Deso celebration.
Yeah, another Chicago thing that you're all well aware of, right, Marty?
Exactly. Peter Cetera is the best. Ashwaubenon ranked 3rd in the state in Division II. They are tied for first place in the conference, and I believe it's Bayport is a game back, Ashwaubenon and De Pere, so they're pretty top-heavy, and we've mentioned the conference not real strong this year.
Right, and Pulaski 2 weeks ago went and lost to overtime at home to Sheboygan South, who last week had a chance to move up in the rankings. Notre Dame beats them, and then next thing you know, Notre Dame beats Green Bay Preble, who's like 3rd or 4th, and then Pulaski beats De Pere. So, I mean, I know it is a crazy year this year, and I don't think the 2 upper teams are a little better, but I don't think they're as good as they're in. But the middle's just a pack this year. West gave South a run the other day. East has been playing better. They had a win, so it's kind of like a muddled group. And like I said, a good time to get hot is now, and Sheboygan North has been that way.
If you're into the city rivalry business, South is 5-3 coming into tonight's game in conference. North is 4-4. If North can win tonight and South, drops one on the road, they'd be tied in the conference anyway.
Yeah, and just think about North a couple weeks ago. Everybody's wondering what was going on, and all of a sudden you win 3 ball games and you won 4 games. They are 4-9 overall, but when you want to get better, you want to get better at the end of January and February towards the tournament, and the Baby Raiders are doing that.
All right, we're going to step out, and we'll get back before the national anthem and have the memorialization of Tim Schwer.
My team depends on me. And my team is 50,000 strong.
Looks like a lot of work's going into this.
This is what it feels like to be part of a team.
A winning team.
The action team.
Action team. Get in on the action at actionteam.org. Are you in?
You always made sure I brushed my teeth.
You told me that smart was cool.
You always told me to dream big.
To all of those parents who took the time to make raising their children their most important job, we'd like to say,
thank you.
Thank you.
From the bottom of my heart, thanks, Mom and Dad.
This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
Number 25, Bryce Van Lannen. Number 30, Jake Imig. And now for your very own Sheboygan North Eye Running Raiders, coached by Tom Desatel. Number 4, Eli Belmore. Number 15, Ben Van Vagel. Number 21, Jordan Marquez. Number 24, Nick Rudolph. Number 25, Davis Larson. Tonight's officials are Dean Merton and Terry Sipple. These individuals are registered by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and assigned by North High School and the Fox River Classic Conference. Their experience and integrity qualify them to administer the rules of the game. The athletic trainers this evening are provided by Profea Sports Medicine. Tonight's athletic trainer, Mr. Chris Lenz.
Ashwaubenon is coached by Craig Hoyska, and North, of course, by Tom Desatel. Nice program we had right after the JV game, celebrating Tom's 600th win. All of those 600 coming here at North, and that leads all Division I coaches.
I was lucky to coach with Tom for 11 years, so I saw a lot of wins. 3 trips to state, a runner-up. I was very fortunate.
Shot is no good by Jake Imig, but there is a foul.
Okay, Jake Imig is the senior. He's averaging 10 points a game.
Imig knocks down the first free throw. And the second, and Ashwaubenon is on the board. They lead it 2-0.
Little token pressure there.
In a man-to-man defense, Monroe is guarding Davis
Larson.
Larson.
Whoops. Van Vagel almost threw it away.
A ball tipped away by Monroe. Turnover on the Raiders. Van Lannen has it out on top. He's their primary ball handler. Good help underneath by Rudolph. Shot by Van Lannen is good.
Excellent start, to say the very least, for Ashwaubenon.
Belmore looked like he would have had a shot in the lane, but he kicked it out, and Larson's 3 attempt is no good. Four to nothing Ashwaubenon early on.
New starters since we've seen North before.
Oh,
wow.
Getting loose underneath was Jake Imig for an easy 2.
Marquez now starting, Van Vagel starting. Gerber was starting, and so was
tipped away.
Another turnover. Wow.
And the layup is up and in by Jake Imig. He has 6 points tonight, Chris.
Rudolph starting too. Wow.
And it's an 8-0 run, and North calls a timeout. Not a good start, Chris. Turnovers and not enough shots.
Wow, we're just 2 minutes in, and definitely Ashwaubenon looks way better, but not what I expected because North's been playing so much better.
Yeah. Ashwaubenon, I know you mentioned this, Chris, we'll repeat it. Ashwaubenon comes in 12-2. 7-1 in conference. They're tied for the conference lead with De Pere. North only 4-9, but they have won their last 3, and they are 4-4 in conference. But you're right, a very poor start, and anytime you get behind a really good team, it's even harder to come back. Almost over and back. Van Vagel saves it. Hazenstein in the ball game for the Raiders. Good help defense. Monroe getting help from one of his teammates. Belmore forcing the shot, couldn't get it. And we get a foul underneath. I think that's going to get called on Cameron Kelly, number 21.
I would have just let that go. Battling for rebounds there.
I'd have called it on him. But that's me. Good hustle by Davis. He takes a long 3 and off, no good. Getting the rebound for North was number 21, Jordan Marquez. Good hustle by Jordan.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah, got away with one there. That was a travel by Belmore, not called. Davis has it tipped away, another turnover for him. And Ashwaubenon on the offense again. Marquez has Monroe. Oh, a little give and go, but Ashwaubenon not able to make hay. They do get it out to Bryce Van Lanen, and he has another basket. It's 10-0.
They're 4 for 4 from the field, 2 for 2 from the free throw line.
Well, you mentioned it early. You said Ashwaubenon wasn't real big, and by that you meant husky big.
Right.
But they are lanky, and they are long, and it's making it tough for North to get shots away. Just like that. Monroe looked like he got a good block, but he gets called for the foul. Larson, hopefully he'll be able to break the string. He's got a couple of free throws coming.
Davis comes in averaging 19-1 a game. That's 66th in the state, Marty. And he's just a sophomore.
Yeah, missed a free throw though. Gets the second one, and North is on the board. 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Ashwaubenon on top 10-1.
Here's a 1-3-1, Marty. See if this changes anything.
Good baseline defense by Hazenstein. The three-point attempt is no good by Van Lanen, and he almost makes the steal. Tips it out of bounds.
A rare miss.
Really? Turner Wittig in the ball game for the Jaguars.
I would think his dad's an assistant coach. His dad, Mike Wittig, used to be the coach at Green Bay Preble, I believe. Wow.
Long 3 by Van Vagel is no good, and then the ball gets stuck in the between the rim and the backboard.
That was a deep 3.
Really deep. Parking lot deep.
Ben will play some outfield for us this year. Pitch.
Larson gets it inside and lays it up and in. North trying to close the gap. Down 7. Chris mentioned North is now in a 1-3-1. I wonder if Van Lanen on Ashwaubenon is related to Paul Van Lanen, a teacher here at North. Hasenstein with a 12-footer, nails it. North coming back.
Hasenstein coming in, averaging 4.7 points per game. And Jake Monroe, the 10th leading scorer in the state, doesn't even have a shot attempt yet, Marty.
Well, his zone defense is helping North slow him down
Whoops.
a little bit. You would have to say something about Monroe not even taking a shot. You always do that, Chris.
Just trying to inform the listeners.
13-5, Ashwaubenon on top. They break the five-point run by the Raiders. Belmore has it, being guarded by Van Lannen. Marquez going hard to the basket, couldn't get it in. Good rebound by Wittig. Monroe heading down the floor, Chris, but he didn't get that one to drop. Felt good off his hand. Larson setting up deep in the corner. Belmore forcing the action down the lane, and he scores. Are they gonna give him the basket? Falls on Van Lannen, I guess not. Rudolph back in, and so is Santos Valenciana for the Raiders.
Fourth turnover on North here in the quarter, Marty.
Yeah, they've turned the ball over more than they normally do, but they're going to have to pick it up a little bit. All right, they're giving Larson a three-point basket, apparently.
Nope.
And, well,
he had one free throw and a basket.
Oh, I see. I got the wrong 25 up there.
Yep.
My bad. Good hustle by Marquez, but he's not able to save it. One minute and 1 second left in the first quarter. That's over and back.
Because he jumped from one side to the other.
Landed
you
on
are
the other,
correct.
yeah. Missed that one. Van Lannen from way outside the line, can't get it in. Larson comes up with the rebound. North might be holding for one shot, Chris, or under 30 seconds now. Ashwaubenon still in their man-to-man defense. 15 seconds left. Under 10. 5. Larson pulls up from outside the line. His three is no good. Valenciana with a throw at the buzzer is no good. And we're at the end of one quarter of play. Ashwaubenon on top, 13-5.
Training is about more than muscle. It's about inner strength. So I push myself. That's why I serve in the United States Coast Guard. I train with the best. A team that shares my drive and commitment. We collect intelligence, guard our shores against drug smugglers, and keep our waterways safe, because our nation expects more.
If you expect more, maybe.
Hi everyone, I'm Emily. I'm super excited to introduce my dad because he's my hero. When I was little, he was doing this really important work, driving ambulances in Iraq. Now he's home, and he's still a hero because he tells the ambulances where to go when there's an emergency. I'm so proud of him. He's awesome. He's my dad.
If a service-connected disability hinders your civilian career, Voc Rehab offers a variety of services to help prepare you for your next mission.
Tonight's basketball game is sponsored by Prevea Sports Medicine. Chris Lenz is our trainer tonight. And over at South, it would be Maggie Bauer, and there you can see the Prevea on our banner up on top. Thank them for their support. North continues in the 1-3-1. Larson out on top, Chris. That's an interesting position for him. Van Lannen gets free, nails a 12-footer. He's a good shooter.
Well, as Schwabenon made their first 4, since then they are 2 for 6, but they are shooting 60% from the floor. What is a very slow-paced game.
Yeah, Van Lannen and Jake Immig each have 6 points for the Jaguars. Valenciana, no good. Larson with the rebound. Good movement. Nick Rudolph open from outside. He can't get it in. And Jordan Marquez is going to get called for the foul.
Well, on the other hand, North is just shooting 20%.
You know, if they're going to stay in the ball game, Chris, they got to make some threes.
Yeah, they're 0 of 6 from out there, Marty.
Van Lannen has it on top. Messenger, one of the starters tonight for the Jaguars, is off here on the right-hand side. A kick out to Monroe. Good skip pass. Van Lannen from 12 feet nails another one.
He's averaging just 8 points a game, but he seems to be on fire as he's got 8 already.
7-point run by the Jags. Valenciano with a 3.
Hey, you asked for it, you got it. 17-8 right now.
Good defense on the baseline by Belmore to prevent Monroe from shooting the 3. Immig had it tipped away, but is able to get it back. Monroe inside, his shot that should not count. Foul was on the floor.
Is that Aubrey Koistra down there in the house?
Yep. Belmore picks up his first foul. It is.
Him and the Horsens up here?
Fashionably late. Missing all the goings on before the game. Smart play by Wisniewski. Let it go into the backcourt and then gather it in. Belmore looked like he had a beat on that pass to the corner, but was a little late. Monroe from 15 couldn't get the bounce, but Ashwaubenon gets the offensive rebound, and then coming away with it is Ben Van Vagel. Larson kicks it out. Long 3 is way off. Was by Gerber, pardon me.
But Larson got the rebound and the putback.
Yeah, I missed that. Thank you, Chris. Inside to Monroe. Good defense by Marquez. Put the head down and barrel in there. Shot was no good. Looked like that kid got fouled pretty hard right on the top of the head, but no call. Belmore got away with another walk. Valenciana's 3 attempt is no good. And we got a timeout.
And he is hurt.
Yeah, he's dripping blood.
You picked that up right away that he got popped.
You know, run a replay on that, Kerry. Could you maybe see what happened? There's Chris Lenz. taking that young man over to the training table.
You saw that right away, Marty.
Yeah, stuff happens. Unfortunate. Hopefully that kid will be back in. Kelly back in the ball game for the Jags, having a little trouble. Get a fork, poke it. Monroe showing good hands, gets it inside, puts a shot up and in, and he's knocked down, no call. He has 5 points. 19-10, Ashwaubenon. Matt Gerber has it.
You know, North just doesn't look smooth on offense, Marty. They're just not crisp.
Santos Valenciana made a nice little move in the lane, but couldn't get the shot to go. You're right, and part of that, I think, Chris, with the not looking real good, is Ashwaubenon doesn't let them turn the corner. They're never really getting in the lane much.
Yeah, it just seems like their passes aren't crisp. They're, you know, they're not quick off, you know, getting open, and I don't know. Maybe I'm too nitpicky.
Well, I think you definitely have a strong point, Chris. I agree with you. You know, they don't look real smooth.
3:55, second quarter.
Eric Shusha in the ball game. He'll clog up the middle.
Yeah, and he used to be a starter, Marty. And he's tall, 6'6".
You don't want to let Monroe get it down there. He's too good. And he's left-handed. Jags get the offensive rebound. They keep it on the offensive end. Van Lannen, another one. He's been Mr. Automatic so far this half. North down 11. It's the largest lead for Ashwaubenon. Rudolph forces the action and couldn't get it to go, and it's tipped out of bounds by Shusha. Gerber back in for the Raiders. 3 minutes left in the first half. Ashwaubenon up 21-10. North has really struggled with their offense tonight.
Ashwaubenon, on the other hand, at 56%.
Oh, shot fake, no good, out to Van Lannen.
Wow.
He nails another one. A three-pointer. Wow.
6 of 8 shooting for Van Lannen.
He's
Marty.
got 13, over half the points. Who's this Monroe kid?
Yeah. Well, that looked like a carry.
Van Vagel open from three-point land, couldn't get it in, but Larson gathers the rebound.
His 6th, Marty. Gee whiz.
Way short by Gerber, and Monroe comes away with the rebound.
Wow.
North staying in the 1-3-1. Monroe right down Main Street scores an easy 2. 26-10. It's been a long drought for the Raiders.
Yeah, they're shooting 23%, Marty.
Ashwaubenon started the game with a 10-point run. They are presently on a 9-point run.
Wow.
Marquez and Valenciana in the ball game. One of the things we had mentioned as a point for North is to stay out of foul trouble, and they've certainly done that. They only have 3 team fouls. Problem is Ashwaubenon only has 3 also. Belmore, nice pass inside to Marquez, and he missed the bunny shot. Ay, ay, ay.
Jake Emmett had it stolen away. Davis Larson lays it up and in. North finally on the board again.
That was the first turnover on Ashwaubenon, Marty.
Really?
The first.
The first one.
Under a minute.
Wow, that is outstanding. Imig.
Win a lot of basketball games when you shoot 50% and only turn it over once.
Really? Hey, Van Lannen missed a shot. Larson going hard to the basket. Had his shot blocked out of bounds. Providing the good help was Turner Wittig. He gets the block. 31.6 seconds left in the first half.
And it's not a misprint. 12 points for North.
Yeah, wow. Valenciana from deep, no good. North comes away with the offensive rebound. You can credit that to Ben Van Vagel. Rolling down to the 10-second mark. Belmore has it. They get it over to Larson with under 10 now. Pull-up jumper from 12. No good. And that ends the half. Ashwaubenon up 26-12. We're at halftime.
Want to help? Make it easy on everyone. Send cash, the most effective form of disaster relief. CIDI.org.
I tell people I have 3 kids, one of them's adopted, I just don't know which one.
I can't imagine having to be in a birth mother's position to make that choice.
You know, I was kind of just asking her, you know, what is your motivation? Why are you doing this? And she looked at me and she said, because you can give my son a life that I could not.
We always tell her thank you. He is such a blessing to us.
Every day is just a ray of sunshine from him. So we're Chanda and Brian, and we chose adoption.
Hi everyone, I'm Emily. I'm super excited to introduce my dad because he's my hero. When I was little, he was doing this really important work, driving ambulances in Iraq. Now he's home, and he's still a hero because he tells the ambulances where to go when there's an emergency. I'm so proud of him. He's awesome. He's my dad.
If a service-connected disability hinders your civilian career, Volk Rehab offers a variety of services to help prepare you for your next mission.
The National Parkinson Foundation invites you to Moving Day. Moving Day! Are you ready?
North High varsity dance team. And now welcome to the floor, the North High Drumline.
A day. We need to get outside.
But, honey, I think there's a game on somewhere.
Well, I know another game we can play.
Well, golf? You and me?
I'm ready to learn, and I found a great deal on lessons.
Okay, game on.
I think I can take it.
Now you can learn to play golf, starting with one great deal. 5 lessons from a PGA or LPGA instructor, starting at only $99. Get the details at getgolfready.com. Get ready to play.
Before you're treated for breast cancer, get the facts. Women who are told about their breast reconstruction options report feeling in control and experiencing a higher quality of life after cancer.
I know because I am one of them.
I know because I am one of them.
I know because I am one of them.
Before you undergo surgery for breast cancer, get the facts. Make sure you know your breast reconstruction options. For more information, visit broaddayusa.org.
Parents sure have their hands full, and they could use an extra hand.
Now, every state offers free or low-cost health insurance for your sports hero or budding artist. Kids up to age 19 can get checkups, doctor and dentist visits, hospital care, prescriptions, and more. Your child may qualify based on your family size and income. It's one less thing to worry about. Call or go online for more information.
Our daughter might be drinking or taking something else. We can't talk with her about it. She keeps everything secret. But when I pretend everything is okay, I'm keeping secrets too. My therapist suggested Al-Anon family groups. It was helpful to hear what other parents said. Are you troubled by someone's drinking? You might be surprised at what you could learn in an Al-Anon family group from people just like you. Call 1-888-4-AL-ANON or visit alanonfamilygroups.org.
Back at North High School, they're getting ready to wrap up halftime. Chris, let's go to you first. You got some numbers for us from that first half.
I do. 5 of 23 shooting for the Raiders. Just 1 of 12 from three-point range. And Marty mentioned it in the beginning of our show that you have to make threes to compete with Ashwaubenon, and the Raiders aren't doing that. On the flip side, Ashwaubenon shooting 55%. Just 1 turnover.
In 5 seconds, I can give you the scores for the game tonight. Valenciana 3, Hazenstein 2, Larson 7, Monroe 7, Van Lanen 13, and Imig 6.
Wow, not a lot of scores.
Nope, 3 from each team.
Wow.
I think before we get too deep into the second half, Chris, we need to give a mention about Tim Schwer.
Yep.
24 years old and died of natural causes. It's just not fair.
Yeah, I'm going to wait for a timeout, Marty, and I'll share a little thing, but I agree with you. It's really tragedy.
Another 3 by Rudolph this time is no good, and Monroe has it. North back into a man-to-man defense, and Kyle Monroe just went coast to coast and scored, and he got fouled. He's looking for a 3-point play.
Well, I was just talking to Matt Horsen and Aubrey Koister. They've done a real nice job. At halftime, we talked to them a little bit about they've kind of slowed down Monroe. He was only 3 of 6 from the floor, but right away in the first 30 seconds, he gets on the board. He came in averaging 24 points a game, Marty.
Yeah, if he makes his free throw, he'll be up to 10. Matt thought it was a good idea to go to that 1-3-1, slowed Ashwaubenon down a little bit. But right out of the block in this second half, they get a 3-point basket. Rudolph had the ball tipped away twice, threw up a wish and a prayer, and it wasn't answered.
He's just not had a good season so far, Nick Rudolph, as much as we probably hoped he would.
Good defense by Marquez, and Van Lanen throws it away, and according to Chris, that might only be the second turnover.
You're all over that,
Jags.
Marty.
I got a memory. Belmore trying to pick and roll, and that didn't go.
5th turnover on the Raiders. They've cleaned that up in the second quarter.
Boy, Van Lanen looked like he wanted to take it to the basket, but he pulled it back out. Messenger has it now.
We're going to be at doubleheader next week, right, Marty?
Friday, Saturday, kind of a doubleheader.
The makeup from the Holy War of the Shore. Got colded out.
Shot no good. Larson with another rebound. Good job of blocking out Monroe.
7 for him.
Little back cut by Larson. The ball is stolen away. Another turnover. Monroe couldn't get it to go in, but he does get fouled. He'll be shooting 2.
Let me mention some stuff about Tim Schwer. Tim Schwer, there you see Devin Yerk. Tim Schwer graduated in 2008. And what's kind of neat, Marty, is he played with Tommy Eyrich and Alex Conway and TJ Kellner, and they had basically 4 starters from St. Dominic's School, which only had like 7 boys in the whole class. So when you consider all the kids from Urban, all the kids from Horseman and Trinity and all over, and for 4 kids to come from a place at that time when St. Dominic's didn't have a gym, it's rare. And Tommy Eyrich was kind of the big man, TJ Kellner the big kid, and Alex Conway was kind of the 3-point guy, and Tim Schwer was kind of the glue, and he was really quiet and just a gentleman of a person. And I know he had a big North-South game one time, but he was in great shape. He actually played at UW Sheboygan, was Division Player of the Year, and still played in Gus Macker and stuff, I know, with Johnny Decker and Conway. And so it's really real upsetting that he passed away so young.
Well, Monroe had a chance to pass to a teammate, passed that up for a charging foul. Not a good play by that young man.
Should credit Kurt Davis. He was the coach, who was the current JV coach. He coached those kids at St. Dominic's and brought those kids up. And
it's like I said earlier during the football season, it's amazing what these kids today can overcome.
Yep. Yeah, it's real sad, and like I said, he was such a nice young man, and to be a funeral for him tomorrow.
I remember him being a very quick, filling the lane on the fast break, and could shoot it. Three-point attempt is no good by Gerber, but it goes off an Ashwaubenon player, and they're still going to give it to him? Oh, man. All right.
And the shooting woes continue. I agree with that call, Murray. What you said, I thought it went off Monroe.
North applying more heated pressure, but Ashwaubenon dealing with it very well. 31-12. Jags on top. We are seeing why they're the number 3 ranked team in Division II. Inside feed to Kelly. Off the glass, no good. And we're going to get a foul on Marquez. That'll be his second. Rudolph giving Larson a break. I don't remember Davis coming out in the entire first half, Chris.
I don't either.
Oh, Monroe wanted the lob pass. Imig from 15, nothing but the bottom of the net. (33-12). Jeez. Rudolph had his prayers answered there.
Yeah, he's 1 of 5 shooting.
First points of the second half too, Chris.
At the 4-minute mark.
Yeah. Good save by Messenger. Van Lannen. And they swing the ball over to Messenger. His shot is no good. Looked like he got fouled, no call. And then Kelly does draw the foul. Foul goes on Marquez.
His third. Belmore with 3. No scoring from Belmore. Gerber tonight. First basket by Rudolph. I guess when you only have 14 points,
yeah.
You're
the
have
surprise scorer in the first half, Chris, was Hasenstein.
Yeah, he's averaging, what, 4-7 a game?
One out of 2 for Kelly. Hasenstein looking to go to the middle, but couldn't get through. Belmore kicks it out. Hazy, no. Monroe with another rebound, Chris.
Well, we've mentioned it before. Raiders are very young. They only have Van Vagel and Marquez as seniors. So a lot of these guys will be back next year. As will Monroe.
Yeah, Monroe. You would have to mention that. Fouls on Marquez, that's his fourth. Ethan Tews, number 35, is in the game for the Jags.
Oh.
Rudolph picks up the foul. Going to the line will be Zach Immig.
He didn't do any picking there. He did pushing. There was no picking there. Picking up a foul. He was pushing in the foul.
He gave him a good push, too.
He missed the shot, though. Quite a few Sheboygan old-timers here, baseball old-timers.
Yeah, there's two of them up here in the booth.
Oh, Mike Meyer. Greg Brazzali, you saw him.
Yeah, he's
quite a
down
few
there.
parents here to celebrate Coach Desautel's 600th win from the other day.
Five of 7 from the line so far this quarter. Ashwaubenon only shot 2 free throws in the first half. They made both of those.
Saw Matt Byans. He coached freshman and JV basketball here.
Longtime percussionist for St. Dominic's Choirs. And at various bars throughout the county.
Simos here, Mike Witter's here. Hey, Russ Pilling I saw, who was a long-time statistician
guy, yeah.
From the for Coach Desautel, and a wonderful, wonderful person.
He opened up the Desautel program we made with his story about how he became the stat man.
Well, Davis Larson picked up his 9th rebound and got after missing 2 free throws, got a basket.
Chance for a 3-point play. Davis has 10 points.
Right there. Trap it right
get
there,
on,
right
get on
there.
Tough.
But you notice a very good job by Whitting there. He went right through the screen, stepped right through it. That was a nice job by him. You can tell he's a coach's kid.
He knows the drill.
Yep. You get trapped, slice right through it, and pass it to an open man.
Kick out the 2s. Open 3 is good.
Ooh.
2s for 3. Kick out pass by Shusha. Larson's 3-point attempt is no good. And then Valenciana with the putback gets fouled.
Davis now 4 of 10 from the floor.
Valenciana making his first trip to the line tonight.
You know, Marty, as I was doing statistics and looking up stuff, the thing that kind of stood out, as I said in the opening, Ashwaubenon's 12-2. They've lost 2 games by 1 point, but they've only scored 2 games in the 60s. And notice they're on pace for well below 60 again.
Yep.
But they're up by 20.
Yeah. And North so far tonight, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 for 7 on their free throws. Not that it's going to matter much, but still.
Not doing the job there either.
Shot by Van Lanen in the lane is no good. A rare miss for that young man.
First shot attempt, he's 5 of 10.
Rudolph shuffled the feet before he got the pass over to Davis Larson. And you had mentioned in the first half about North just not looking smooth. And they had an excellent chance on that possession, Chris, for a secondary break, and they couldn't even execute that. Under a minute.
Seeing there too, Rudolph just riding him on the shoulder instead of sprinting ahead and trying to beat him.
Yeah, well, I actually thought they were gonna call it on Valenciana, but
interviews have been hard to come by this year.
This whole school year.
Yep.
And then you had your chance the last football game, and they were walking down the field instead of walking over by you.
Well,
I think those kids would know better. Jeez. 40-18. Yikes. "30 seconds left in the quarter." Ball stolen away by Imig, or Van Lanen, pardon me.
5th turnover of the quarter, Marty.
That's not been a good game tonight for the Raiders. We knew it was going to be tough, Chris. I mean, Ashwaubenon is very good, but you just wish North could have played a little better. Valenciana almost a steal. Good hands by Wittig. Imig, Van Lanen doesn't get the shot off in time, and we're at the end of 3 quarters of play. There's Aubrey and little Aubrey. Give me the ball. It's 40-18 at the end of 3.
Getting out of the military, I was missing this camaraderie.
It's frustrating when you try and talk to people that don't understand.
I still had the anger, I still had the addictions, but we didn't talk about that.
Came to a point where it's like, okay, I really need to talk to somebody about this.
Family more or less encouraged me, go to the VA.
It's okay to go get help. It's okay to talk to people, because it takes true strength to ask for help.
Hear veterans' real stories of strength and recovery at MakeTheConnection.net.
Going to school pregnant, riding the bus, that was hard. You just have all the stares and you have all the questions. When you get pregnant, all the stuff just goes through your mind. Abortion, adoption, keeping him. When you're 15 and pregnant, you can't do it without support. I wanted to give him a better life. I'm Miranda and I chose adoption.
I want to thank Prevea Sports Medicine for sponsoring tonight's basketball game. And big thank you goes out to the crew, Richard, Eric, and Kerry, our director. Lots of issues tonight, fans, but they got it all together. And we're bringing you basketball. Sam Kaminsky with a block coming off the bench. By the way, in JV action tonight, the Junior Raiders beat Ashwaubenon 63-57. Good game for those boys. Sam, part of that crew too. Chris AWOL looking for a pen.
Wrong color pen.
Monroe from outside the line. Bango! Haven't heard from him much tonight.
Another miss from out there. 3-point area.
Monroe and Van Lannen each with 15. Van Lannen, a big reason why Ashwaubenon got off to such a nice start. Monroe with a shooter's touch, got it to roll in.
He's getting hot. He's 4 for his last 4, 3 for 3.5.
I think coach told him, hey, you're a little behind on your scoring, and you better pick it up a little bit.
He's got 6 baskets. North's got 7 as a team.
A runner by Van Vagel is no good. Good patience shown by the Jaguars there. 46-18. It's been all Ashwaubenon tonight.
North at 21%. As I mentioned, Monroe's 1 basket short of the North total.
He's not anymore.
Monroe
It's 3 threes in a row, Chris.
It's up to 21 points.
North with a timeout. 11-point run again by the Jaguars. Well, we got to find something else to talk about. Let me get the schedule out. Chris mentioned this earlier. We're going to be right back here at Sheboygan North next Friday when Green Bay East comes into town to play the Raiders. And then on Saturday, February 1st, we're going to be at Lutheran when Christian goes over to beat their crosstown rival.
2 teams first and second in the league, Marty.
I didn't realize that.
Yep.
I know Lutheran is ranked in the state in Division
number
5. Juris kid is picking up this, really come on strong this year along with Zastro, who we expected. He's been a scorer over there for the last couple of years. Another 3-point miss by the Raiders. And ball goes off of 2s. North will keep it.
North is 1 of 17 from 3-point range.
You know what I have to say about that? Keep shooting them.
Yep.
See ya, Aubrey. Nice drive by Rudolph to get 2 points for the Raiders. It's been a long time since North scored. Rudolph has 4 points on the night.
Why is number 11 in the game?
He doesn't have his average yet.
Correct.
2s for 3.
Well, they were 3 of 7 shooting 3s coming into the quarter. Now they made their last 4.
Up by 32. Shusha with a rebound knocks Monroe to the floor, and now we're going to get a foul on whom?
Should be on Monroe.
Yep, you are correct, sir.
Roll your ankle there, Kyle Monroe. In a game up by 32 points.
Hey,
that's not my point. That's why you don't have him out on the floor, so he doesn't roll his ankle. And he's coming out now.
Shusha steps off. He had 21 tonight. Eric puts in the second one for North. Well, you can see why Monroe is a leading scorer, Chris. He's quite a player.
He's got a nice touch, Marty. That nice left hand, I guess is what you call it.
Yep. Wittig rolls off. Shusha had the rebound, but foul committed by one of the Jaguars. Messenger. Cal Larson in the ball game, along with Tews and Turner, Wittig, Chris Clark. Rudolph from three-point land. Chris, you'll never guess what happened.
I can guess.
It was a miss.
Ashwaubenon shooting 56%.
Tews going hard to the basket, scores again.
And getting larger.
8 points for him off the bench.
Here, and I thought Ashwaubenon wasn't going to get to 60, Marty. You bring in the subs.
They're all going to shoot.
Yep.
Looks like the Jags have switched to a zone defense, Chris. Hazy with a three-point attempt is no good. I think we'll have a shoot-around tomorrow. There go the Horzens, fair weather fans.
But you notice they take the towels with them, the free towels.
Yeah, right. Well, we'll be taking our free ones, too.
They handed out towels with Coach Desautel's 600th win on her.
And the date, January 17th, 2014. Dane Syed. Syed and Rosales in the ball game for the Jaguars. For North, we have Gerber, Hazenstein, Rudolph, Shusha, and Kaminsky. Big Sam, Tall Sam.
North has made just 3 baskets in the whole second half, Marty.
By the way, WSCS TV drops to 3-4 on the year in basketball. And normally we have pretty good records on the basketball side.
Oops.
Little bit of a walk by Hazy. Mention again, you can see it up on the banner at the top of your screen. Prevea Sports Medicine is sponsoring the ball game tonight. And want to give a shout out again to the crew. Richard. It's a 30-second time.
Will give them the fuel they need to be at their very best.
Growing bodies need lots of fruits and vegetables, whole grains, lean protein, and low-fat dairy to be healthy and strong. A registered dietitian can work with your family to help you create nutritious meals you will love.
And don't forget to exercise for at least 60 minutes every day. Visit kidseatright.org for more information.
You show your smile.
And the crew, Richard Bartson, Eric Wiesman, Kerry Kautzer. For my partner, Chris Wright, I'm Mike Martin. We always enjoy doing these broadcasts for the community. We were hoping for a little better performance, but Ashwaubenon's a good team. Got to give them credit.
North 3 of 14 in the quarter, or excuse me, in the half. 3 baskets. They had 5 in the first half.
Shoot, you're right, 3 baskets. Ay, ay, ay. 2 minutes left in the ball game.
Wow.
Larson, big tall kid handling the ball out on top. Inside feed, the shot is blocked by Rudolph. Good job by Nick Belmore back in the game, Chris. He's been absent without leave for quite a while. Rudolph's three-point attempt is no good. Dane Syed lost it. Belmore missed the layup. Shusha backing down in, but then he kicked it out to Rudolph. Gerber in the lane. His shot is no good, but he is fouled. He'll be shooting a pair. Nice move by Matt. Both teams sitting with 7 team fouls. North 4 of 10 in the ball game so far. 5 of 11. That's not good enough. But another point on the board for the Raiders. It's 54-22. Under a minute left. Rosales looking for an opening. Rudolph taps it away from him. Kaminsky, good job of moving the feet, got the hand up on the shot. Sam playing good D. Belmore from way outside the line, no good. Imagine that, another 3-point miss, Chris. Oh, good hustle by Dean Syed, but he stepped on the line in his efforts to get the ball. 20 seconds left. Brett Vanderploeg. Brett was in a little earlier. We forgot to mention him. Rudolph trying to force it and then kicks it out, but he got fouled. Foul's going to go on Alex Anderson. Syed back in. Nick Rudolph at the line, shooting the 1-and-1. Yikes. 5 for 12. North keeps it under 10 seconds. Shoot it, Ozzie. Belmore at the buzzer is no good on another 3, and that's the end of the game. Ashwaubenon a winner, 54-22. Chris?
Well, when you shoot 1 of 23 from three-point range and about 19% from the floor, you're not going to win a lot of basketball games, especially against one of the ranked teams. And hopefully, or whatever, I guess it turned out okay. Ashwaubenon didn't get to 60 points, but
you're happy about that. That's a win for Chris. Hey, North had 12 points in the first half, and we knew that was pretty bad, but they only got 10 in the second half.
Well, he had 8 baskets, but Davis Larson did have 10 rebounds. So.
Yep, and he had 10 points, so he did finish with a double-double. Again, we want to thank Prevea Health for sponsoring tonight's ball game. For the crew and my partner Chris Wright, I'm Mike Martin. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you down the road.